Oh God, it's raining. It's like storming outside. I love how the weather always matches my mood. Hi YouTube! Welcome back to my channel. If this is the first video you're seeing, then welcome to my channel. I'm Victoria, and in today's video, I'm pretty much going to be talking about my journey to therapy and why I decided to start seeking counseling. Now, majority of the reason behind that decision, I can't get into it because it does involve other people, and a lot of the situations involve, family stuff, and so I'm not going to involve other people because it's not my place to put their stuff out there. So I'm just going to be talking about me and why I came to the decision by myself about seeking therapy and how it has affected me and, all that. So let's scroll back to when I first started doing YouTube. I made a video that was me explaining about how I have Asperger's syndrome and about kind of my experience in high school and how I was kind of bullied. And I didn't go into too much details about my high school experience because it's kind of depressing to look back on. But for the sake of this video, I will just say that I was in a very rough place in high school, and I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't really have anyone to talk to, and so I kind of just stayed to myself. I ended up getting depressed. I kind of, other than going to school, I wouldn't leave my bedroom. And so, throughout the 4 years of high school, I would kind of just, slowly go down this path of, darkness and feeling really bad about myself. And for a good second there, I did contemplate suicide. I never attempted to harm myself, thank God. I never took it that far, but I did have those thoughts in my head. And that was just a really dark time, but thankfully I got out of that, and I just, I started feeling better the closer I got to the end of my senior year. So now we fast forward to, I'd say, about a few months back when I graduated college. Last May, very exciting for me. I was really happy to be done with school, and I was excited, but I was kind of scared about the whole what comes next for me. What do I do with my life after that? And it's kind of difficult because when you have Asperger's syndrome or any form of autism, really, it makes it kind of difficult to talk to people and have social relationships. And so after college, it became pretty obvious that how much of a challenge that was for me. And so I've always been different. I've always been aware of the fact that I didn't have friends. I didn't really go anywhere. I knew that I wasn't normal or normal. I didn't really do the stuff that people my age usually do, and I never have. But for some reason, finishing college really made it sink in more how different I was. So, yeah, I just noticed myself kind of getting a little sad about it and not, I don't know, it's just really difficult when you because when you finish high school and you finish college, there kind of really are no more excuses to be sitting at home and not really having a life and not knowing what you're going to do next. So I got really sad, and I kind of I noticed myself staying in bed a lot and not leaving home, and sometimes I would even cry myself to sleep. And I noticed myself starting to get back to that dark place that I was in high school, and I didn't want to go there. It was really sad for me, really depressing, so I didn't really know what to do. After a while of kind of just letting myself sit and mold, I decided to look into therapy. I know a lot of people go to therapy to help with social anxiety and help with their social skills. They seek counseling for it. And I was a little hesitant because I feel like there's this stigma around therapy. You know, a lot of people are ashamed to ask for help or to talk about their problems, or they feel like by going to therapy they're admitting that something's wrong with them. And I did kind of feel that way when I was thinking about it, so I didn't know if I wanted to like take that step. But I ultimately decided that it was a necessity in order for me to get to the place of like moving on with my life, right? So I started going to therapy, and I didn't, like, in the beginning it was really easy. Like, I would sit there and I would talk about my problems, and she would just kind of sit there and listen to me. It was awesome. Like, it was just a place for me to vent and talk about what was bothering me. I thought I heard something. Anyway, I would just sit there and talk about my issues with her, and that was really nice. But eventually, like, the hard stuff came, and she would like she wanted it to be about finding a solution to my issues. And so I ended up revealing a lot of stuff that I didn't realize I had problems with. I didn't know that I was as depressed as I was, and there are times where I would sit in her office and I would cry, and those were the really hard moments because I don't like to cry in front of people. But at the same time, it was really relieving, you know, like I would sit there and have a good cry, and then I would leave and I would feel just like 10 pounds lifted off of me. I would feel so relieved, and so that for me was really helpful. As far as like dealing with my issues about people and my issues with talking to people and kind of like how to get myself out of this bubble that I've kind of lived in my whole life, that's still a work in progress. But I feel like for me, the first step was knowing that I needed to fix things and realizing that it was okay to ask for help and to start therapy. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, because I want people to know that there's nothing wrong with, you know, wanting to ask for help or needing someone to talk to who's biased. You know, me and my mom, we have a really great relationship, and I have talked to her about this stuff before, but it's different when you go and talk to someone who doesn't know you, doesn't know your situation, doesn't know the other people around you, can truly give you an unbiased opinion. So that for me has been really helpful. Like I said, I'm still working on it. I guess my community issues are getting better. It's not 100%, and honestly, I don't know if it ever will be. I'm slowly going to a place where I'm like accepting who I am and the situation that I'm in, and learning that it's okay that I'm different, and that the things that I'm going through and the things that I will forever go through only make me stronger. So that's been really helpful. If I had to give a message to people, I guess I would say, you know, if you're thinking about therapy or you're considering whether or not it's right for you, I would strongly suggest looking into it and doing all of your research, and whatever decision you ultimately come to, don't let that decision be based on people around you or what they're telling you, or what you feel like how society is going to feel about you seeking therapy. Or just don't let those things affect your well-being and your mental health. Because if you strongly feel like you need to, talk to someone, then there's nothing wrong with that, and there's no shame in that. And it's actually brave and courageous to sit back and look at yourself and be like, I need help. There's nothing wrong with that. And so for me, that's my advice for everyone. Just do it. Take care of yourself. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish and want to do what's best for you sometimes. And I think that's something that I've also learned in therapy, that it's okay to think about my needs, and sometimes it is okay to put your needs above other people's. I'm not saying that in a rude or condescending way, or like don't think about other people or help those in need. I'm just saying that sometimes you have to think about what's best for you and your health, and if you need to talk to someone, then that's okay, and there's no shame in it. So I guess that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to talk to you guys because I feel like, you know, since I've been in therapy, I've had a lot of people give me mixed signals about how they feel about it. I feel like, I mean, I don't tell a lot of people that I'm in therapy, mainly because it is absolutely no one's business and I don't have to tell anyone. But the few people that I have told, you know, some of them have been really happy, like, oh, that's good, like, you think you need to talk to someone, that's good for you. And other people have kind of like, they say that, but you can tell by the look on their face, they're like, well, what's wrong with you? Why do you need to talk to someone? You know, stuff like that. And I guess it's okay to be curious, but I don't know, it's just a weird situation. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. I'll probably do an update in a few months because it is still a work in progress, and I do still have moments where I cry myself to sleep, and I have moments where I don't want to get out of bed in the morning. But the fact that I know why I'm feeling like that and I'm working on it, that in itself already makes me feel better. So that makes it worth it for me, and I hope it makes it worth it for you if you're thinking about it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I love you. Thank you for all your support, and I will see you in the next one.